Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Evans Motor Studios at 1056 East Riverside Drive, home of the buy here, pay here option. Got all of those great fall deals for you. Got cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, all of that good stuff. And if you use promo code Nino, Nino, you'll get a $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. Fill your tank up, go out for a nice dinner, nice ride, enjoy your nice new used vehicle from Evans Motors over there. Tell them Nino sent you. I was talking, Tory Lanez was saying that he has big criticisms on hip hop. Now, a lot of artists have been coming out like criticizing artists and
Artists
like
of hip hop, right.
Nicki Minaj, Eve that came out saying, you know what I mean, that's like a whole bunch of clones and there's no originality in hip hop.
There's a lot of duplicates.
Yeah, you know, I mean, once they find the one thing that works,
so that's sketchy,
they gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yes,
you know what I mean, and that's actually what I'm calling now was the mumble rap segment.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what we in now, the clones of the mumble rappers. You know what I mean, where everybody, if you just find a good enough beat, you can just mumble your way through the song.
Yeah,
because you know what I mean, it's just nobody's really paying attention to lyrics anymore. It's
just a beat.
Right. As long as
I'm a lyrical person, homie.
Right.
You know, I listen to the messages in the music, but 9 times out of 10, most people go listen to the beat.
You know, and I'm in favor of both sides of the equation. I believe you do have, even whether it's just the beat of just the boom boom, a banging on the tables, fingers down. As long as there's a nice melody that matches the rhythm of the song that you're talking about. But I do think rap songs, the main focus of any rap song is supposed to be the lyrics.
Yep.
That's why they call it rap. The term rap means rapping to you. I'm talking to you. That's an old slang term from back in the day. Let me rap to you. Let me talk to you about something. You know, I'm going to tell you a story. And that's really what it's all about. Nobody's really telling stories anymore. You know, I mean, it's a couple of them. J. Cole, I still got props for J. Cole. J. Cole, what's your other man?
West Coast?
Huh?
We're talking about J. Cole?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like lyrical MCs. I was talking about like Kendrick Lamar. Thank you.
I said West Coast, Kendrick Lamar.
You know, J. Cole, right. Kendrick Lamar. Even Drake still tells stories nowadays. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Rarely, though.
You know, like I say, you know, Kanye to a certain extent still telling stories certain times, but they get kind of drug out. You know what I mean? And lost in the context and the colludedness of the cluster of the beat. Cause like these last 2 albums, I'm not really feeling the instrumentals, and that's really some hard stuff for me to say.
Right.
When it comes down, especially Kanye West, who I thought was one of the best beat makers out there since Dr. Dre, Premier, Timbaland. You know what I mean? He's always been known. But when you start just making stuff just to see what you can get away with, that's what I'm taking it as. They said they not putting their whole heart into these albums now. They just putting something out to try to fulfill a contract because they know that they can sell. And I'm kind of feeling Tory Lanez on this one. It's really kind of a vacuum. Everything's getting repetitive and redundant. It's just really like commercials. Everything is just some kind of brand commercial nowadays. You know what I mean? Whether you're talking about the shoes you wear, the watches you wear, the jewelry you wear, the house you wear, the car you're driving. You know what I mean? You can take them. That's usually 5 elements found in 90% of the rap songs that's going on right now, especially because there's no hunger right now. You want to get hungry. You want to hear hungry MC. That's why I like while we play the independent artists here on the station, because you still hear the hunger in the voices of the artists who haven't signed that multi-million, billion-dollar contract, flashing $100,000 bills in every video and all this kind of other stuff. The hunger is still there. So they still have a story to tell. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of these rappers, a lot of these artists have just run out of stuff to talk about. You know? You know what I mean? Then they end up getting into trouble and recording transcripts of themselves, basically doing stuff that they know they ain't supposed to be doing, just trying to get some kind of little buzz that you really don't need to be doing now. If you done made it, you done got a multi-million-dollar record contract, why are you still selling dope? Why would you even rap about you still selling dope?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a whole new genre of stuff that you could be into and talking about, you know what I mean? Now that you got that big platform of a microphone, but it just seems to me like every other song is, even on the female side, is they shaking it, selling it, shaking it, and then On the dude side of this, I got this bling, that bling, this car, that car, this girl, that girl. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's really, there are really no hunger stories anymore. You got to either go to,
Well, the East Coast, lyrically though, they still have some hunger. Nas' album,
Nas is coming out, and
the
he's
new album
always
that
been a
he, yeah, yeah,
pioneer, you know what I
yeah,
mean, when it comes to that. Like I said, one
the
of the
new
big
album
respect
that
of,
he has,
to Nas. Those
right?
storyteller kind of MCs, that's
But
when
like
I,
you said, a lot of people aren't really telling the story because, like you said, it's the mumble rap, staying in cadence with the beat.
right, as long as you don't mess up, as long as you don't mess up the beat, you know what I mean? Show a video with a couple naked girls in there throwing some, you know what I mean? and it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's just it's been, and I think back to the day when Jay-Z said how rap had got dumbed down. You know what I mean? He
Right.
he he found the formula that, when you start talking about, the common sense style rapping and trying
Hmm.
to be lyrical and trying to be that, you lose an audience, you lose money. That's a niche audience. It's not popular to do that. You know what I mean? If you want to make them big bucks, you got to dumb down the rap, stay with
Yeah.
the beat, to make it so that everybody can do. But rap is not, to me, like I say, rap and hip hop, that art form is not meant for everybody.
Right.
If when you start watering it down and everybody come and look like, because you know what I mean, Lil Durk look like Lil Turk, look like Lil Baby, look like, look, everybody with the red and dreads and golds in
Right.
the teeth and this, that, got the same chains on. Look at, they all, if you silhouetted six of the, top rappers out there, just blotted their faces out, they'd all have on the same outfit. They all got on the same watch, same jewelry. Everybody want the crazy little shoes, sagging in a little car. You'd have to actually put a face up there to say if it was this rapper or that rapper or that rapper, because they all coming out looking the same and
Hmm.
really sounding the same. And that's
Right.
why I'm really encouraging these independent artists to come out and send us their music to get the hunger back into hip hop. You know what I mean? Because it's easy now. They just, as long as you got some money to burn and to wash, it's easy to get you some views
Hmm.
on YouTube and get a record label to back you, because you putting
Right.
in half the budget anyway, trying to wash out some dope money. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
usually really how the game goes. A lot of people
Yeah, a
don't
lot
want
of
to
people
admit
have
it.
dope money.
You know what I mean? It's washed dope money. You know what I mean? You get a rapper that's doing their thing, they go, okay, all right, we're going to put an album out and just buy a whole bunch of units and just give the units out to people as they buying them themselves, trying to
Hmm.
wash it. You know,
Yep.
what I mean? It's a whole hidden industry in the music industry when you start talking about contracts and multi-million-dollar deals, and how that money has to be recouped and all that good
Hmm.
stuff. You know what I mean? Artists ain't just walking up into the record labels no more, sending their demos out, getting signed. They're not doing that no more. The first question that the labels are gonna ask you is how much money you got on it. You know what I mean? How much money you gonna invest on it? How many units have you already sold?
Right.
That's gonna be the first thing that they gonna ask you. You know what I mean? So that's when it comes to be repetitive. A lot of people just want to sound like the next somebody
Somebody
else,
else instead of to sit there on
be their
pressing his
own guy,
right.
take the risk. You know what I
Right.
mean? There's very few of them that's out there sticking to their guns and doing what they do. So I'm kind of feeling Tory Lanez on this one.
Hmm.
Like I say, Nicki Minaj said, a lot of female MCs, they got their hearts on their
Hearts in their
sleeves and
sleeves.
everything. Like
Right.
they can't take criticism. They
Hmm.
want everybody to like them and all that good stuff. So that
Right.
it shows in their music. The music doesn't have the same soul and same passion in it, because you trying to make everybody happy, not say something
Right.
controversial and all this kind of stuff. So it's just, music industry is a tricky game. You know what I mean?
Yes, it
You
is.
know, you think you're getting in so you can, get your voice heard and let people know what you're all about, but then they tell you what you got to turn into in order to get that second album. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Okay, that was good, but now you gotta do this, that, and the third, do this,
Right.
that, and it
And
changes.
then that's
Sometimes it changes
Illuminati,
the whole
man.
game, and you end up sounding like something you really didn't want to sound like. So, hopefully, like I said, we are the home of the independent artist and entrepreneur here on Urban Revolution Radio. We encourage all new artists, whether you're hip hop or not, whether you're a singer, rapper, musician of any kind, let your voice be heard. You know what they said back in the day, express yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, NWA. Tell your story. You know what I mean? Let that hunger shine, because I mean it's getting real diluted and dumbed down here in the hip hop. You know what I mean? Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me in the comment box. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, share button, you know what I mean? So we can all get all your input in there. It's Urban Revolution Radio's your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com.